Jazz 88.3 and the new jazz thing. Music from Kevyn Lettau and her new disc, Drawn to You. Joining us tonight on the new jazz thing is Kevyn Lettau. Kevyn, thanks for hanging out with us tonight.
Oh, thank you so much for having me. It's a thrill. It's been years since I've sat in this room.
Well, that's one of the great things about having you here is that you are a big part of the San Diego music scene. As I was saying before, I remember reading your name playing in gigs many, many years ago here at the station. So congratulations on your new disc, Drawn to You.
Thank
what
you.
were we just listening to there?
That's a song called Heed My Call.
And was that an original of yours?
It's a song I wrote with a Brazilian composer up in L.A. His name is Kleber Jorge.
And is there a story behind the tune?
You know, it was just me on my spiritual quest. Just heed my call. Just listen to me and let me listen to you, and let's go.
Excellent. Well, so tell us a little bit then about the band that you've put together for this one. It sounds like this was a group of musicians that you've known for a while and have played with. So tell us a little bit about it.
Well, Russell and I, as you mentioned earlier, we've written a lot together, and he played in my band for years and years and years. And Mike Miller also, we've also written together. Mike Miller is the most underrated guitarist, I think, on the planet. Mm-hmm. He's just amazing guitarist. And the bass player is actually, there's two bass players. One of them is Glenn Fisher, who's, of course, a San Diego guy. Mm-hmm. And he and I play together now. And then a Brazilian guy up in L.A., Leo Nombra is his name. And the sax player, Scott Mayo, who actually ended up doing the production of the record, he and I go back, 20 years 20 plus since mm-hmm. I did my first recording, and then the drummer is also sort of an underrated guy. His name is Matt Starr, lives up in L.A. and I've known him for years too.
Well, so the disc was, as you said, as I was reading there. You wrote these songs a while back. Did you record them? Did you write them in with the intention of having them together on a disc?
Russell and I we were just writing. We didn't know what we were going to do. We just got together and wrote. And a couple of them I recorded with Peter Sprague on a disc we did a few years ago called What Is Enough. Mm-hmm. But I really wanted to hear them with a full band. I really wanted to hear them with Russ on piano, and so we recut a couple of the tunes. And at the time when we wrote them, there really wasn't an opportunity for me to record. I was going through a divorce. My divorce I was married forever and ever, and I was single and just trying to just find my legs again, and literally. And so it sort of wasn't a time to record. Now, I moved back here 2 years ago, and it's great. I love it here. And then it was time to record.
Excellent. Well, Russell Ferrante is a musician that folks probably know of from the Yellow Jackets, and he also works with a lot of other people. You were saying, or I had read, you have been you've been friends with him and collaborators for over 20 years.
Yeah, really, for a long time.
How did that start?
It started, my ex-husband, Michael Shapiro, hired him to play on my first record. And that was when I first met Russ, and it just continued from, at first he was just playing on the records, and then we pulled him in to play with us live, and that was just wonderful. He's, one of the most amazing pianists. He's so understated and so humble, and so... He just never plays anything that's not tasty. You're never like, oh God, I wish he wouldn't have done that. That just doesn't happen with that caliber musician, and writing with him is just a dream because he's so considerate of where I would like it to go. It's not like, with some musicians, they just say, oh, okay, here, this is what it's going to be. And he's just so... It's such a synthesis of what we both bring to it. Mm-hmm.
It's a good collaborative relationship.
Yes.
Well, let's hear another tune, but before we do that, let's talk a little bit about the CD release party for Drawn to You. That's coming up this week. Tell folks about it.
It's going to be Thursday night at Anthology at 7:30. And it's actually the band that I just mentioned. It's all the guys that played on the record. And yeah, I'm really excited. It's playing with those musicians. I don't even have to really work. I just stand up there, and they just create such a perfect bed for me that I just sort of fall right into it and sing my heart out. And gosh, I hope everyone can pop on in there and check it out. I mean, hearing Russell and Mike Miller and Scott, and I mean, it's really a treat to have these guys come down from LA.
Yeah, definitely what a treat. And the CD will be available for folks to check out, right,
yep.
and to pick up.
Yep, it will be there that night, and then the following week it will be available on CD Baby, and hopefully there'll be some distribution coming along the way too once people hear about it.
Excellent, good. I like that. Grassroots, get it started, throw it out there, and then see what happens.
That's right.
Well, let's throw another tune out there, and let's let folks listen to another tune. We have cut 5. We have cut 5.
Yeah, this is the Beatles tune. I Want to Hold Your Hand.
And any particular reason why you wanted to cover this tune? Other than just that it's the Beatles?
You know what? It's just a sweet song. It's just beautiful. That's all.
Excellent. Well, great. Kevyn Lettau is joining us tonight, and we're going to be chatting a little bit more about her new disc, Drawn to You. But let's check out the band's cover of the Beatles' I Want to Hold Your Hand. It's all about the new on the New Jazz Thing, Jazz 88.3.